But let's go. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've talked about everything that you need for your car. Let's talk about everything that you need to make your car better. Talked about Christmas tree ornaments, but let's just talk about like just straight like gift ideas for like
Yeah.
another Nissan dork nerd or enthusiast, because you know it's how it is. Like you and I, we always buy something for each other,
Yeah.
or we, vice versa, in between you, me, or Ion, or whatever.
Hmm.
Or we have friends, or we go to like a club meeting or a club Christmas party or something. Let's talk about just straight cool things to buy for the Nissan enthusiast in your life. Like what is weird? Let's go weird. Let's go. And I know you kind of we were throwing this around for the
Yeah.
better part of 2 weeks. We've been talking about what is the ultimate like weird
Mm.
thing that's out there now. Like what are you into?
Well, well, I mean, the most recent thing I could think of that was really been kind of gaining some steam is there have been some pajamas that are Nismo inspired pajamas where they've got um, the colors, of course, and then you've got the logos, Nismo logos on pajamas. So you're trying to go to bed. It's the holidays. A lot of times, right, with the cold weather, shoot, you'll wear pajamas all damn day. Well, why not Nismo inspired pajamas? So that is something that had just recently come out, and even the Nissan newsroom promoted it. There's actually a company called I think called Fast Asleep. It's I guess a artist or a business person, Daniel Patrick. He says he launches Nismo inspired sleepwear in collaboration with Nissan. Um, Here's the corny line here, of course. Top streetwear designer creates performance focused sleepwear to better handle your Z's.
But I will say that's a pretty cool line, regardless of corny. That it is pretty actually pretty
It
cool.
is. It is. It is.
All right, let's see
So
what these magical gowns of slumber look like. What do you got?
gotcha. So you got a robe, and then you've got the pajamas.
All right, all right, all right.
So you've got both. The pajamas seem rather baggy here. They seem warm. I mean, they're wearing them as streetwear. Granted, they're call them sleepwear, but you've got your common Nismo colors: the red, the blacks, the gray or silver. Um, you've got the robe off here to the left. Let's see what else we got. Of course, they're the models around the new Nismo Z
Can I
car.
just say one thing
Hmm.
about fashion? They
What's
never
that?
take into account us plus size women. You know what I mean? Like us plus size dudes, and we are. Let's call it what it is. I mean, most of us guys are going to be plus size dudes, as I like to call them, a Texas medium.
Yeah.
We're a bigger group. We got the long hair or the side, the muffin top sticking off the top. Occasional plumber crack. So I mean, I can appreciate going baggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Well,
But I'm just saying, can we just get a model that accentuates that lifestyle? You know what I mean? I'm just
okay.
saying. A little double
Yeah.
chin in action. I mean, I can
Double.
appreciate that.
How about okay,
Yeah, like
how's your double chin? Can we do it?
I got a rock solid double chin.
Oh,
This
we're in,
chin,
baby.
this double chin will knock out your double chin in a street
Yeah.
fight.
Hey, you can have it,
That's it.
man. Well,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
these clothes are rather baggy, but if we modeled them, I'm pretty sure they'd be nice and snug. They look good. They look good though. Now, the only drawback that I see this, and this comes from the article, is that these sets of pajamas and robes they're limited to just 50 pieces. So if you're really wanting a set of these things, first of all, it's about timing. I believe there is a link on this page to where you can go and purchase these. But the big problem is getting them before they sell out. Even though 250 bucks for pajamas is rather high in my opinion, but it's the limited thing that makes it so special. Is what is kind of cool about these.
I'm gonna.
Um,
All right, let's talk about. You're talking about limited. I'm hearing
yeah,
dollars. How much?
250 bucks.
God damn!
200. Now that includes the robe. It's the pajamas and the robe. I will say the
Okay,
cool thing about it
the
though is
pajamas
that
and the robe. All right, all right.
Yeah, pajamas and the robe, so it's a whole set at that
Does
point.
it come with
250.
slippers?
I don't think these are
What?
Nismo slippers
Those are
though. As much
hers.
as I would
She brought
like to,
them
she
home.
brought it from home. Yeah, for the photo shoot. Yeah. The cool thing about these is that they come with pockets because I like to hold things when I go to sleep. So it's really convenient.
Like
So
your pills.
'cause I in my pajamas, in the pocket of my pajamas, I carry a note that says "Go to sleep." That's the thing.
That's a constant reminder that I need to go to sleep. That's pretty funny.
So that is one thing that I wanted to share with you, Miles. And for those who are interested, again, we'll
That's
carry
one
the.
thing that you've been eyeballing for. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, Mike. I love you to death, but I'm not buying your damn pajamas. But
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
and by the way, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I saw the Nismo logo. Maybe,
Yeah, I got you,
maybe.
man.
If you're good, maybe Santa
If
Claus
I'm
will buy
good,
you something.
if I meet my friend quota, whatever that is, my KPIs, my friend's
Your
best
KP,
friend
if you
KPIs.
have a high KPI, but right now, let's step into my office. You haven't been hitting your numbers this year.
It's a deal.
So,
All right. Well, sure thing, boss. Yeah, sure.
and that one guy says it's Egyptian cotton.
Is that what it? I like a high thread count when I'm going with my PJs.
I wonder if
Yeah.
that's a Shaq quote. No, God, I'm such a movie nerd, but yeah, it's Egyptian cotton. Anyway, nobody will know that reference
Mm,
whatsoever. Anyway, that's a new Shaft movie reference. Anyway,
mm.
I'm gonna go away. All right, meow meow meow. What else would I want in my world? Would I step into? I've fallen in love with buying. I'm a big Nissan tin guy. If you don't know what that, like the wall tins. So I'm
Mhm.
always buying like Nissan dealership signs. It's the only thing I kind of save a few bucks for. But
Yeah.
like the signs are actually up at the Nissan dealerships. I buy those used all the time,
Yeah.
and then buying the old dealership tins like Nissan authorized dealer or anything. And it's hard to find them. They're getting very scarce. And then when you find them, sometimes they're like a 12 by 15 sign, and
Hmm.
they're beat up all to hell. And then some guy on eBay wants like 350 bucks for them. I'm like, yeah, I get bit. But the original signs that kind of came out that were 10 are usually like the same equivalent garbage ones you'd see at like a truck stop kind of thing. And
Hmm.
it was always just like meh. But I will say that I found a few of them available as of late, as far as signs
Mm.
that are really well done. This one is actually, and it says authorized Nissan Service Center, and
Mm.
it's big, man. Like it's. I remember it was like a 15-inch or 12 or 15-inch tin,
Hmm.
and it's embossed. And there's a big difference on these tins. Like you buy them, and they're just like kind of thin and crappy. This one it's not quite porcelain, but it's like powder coated well,
Hmm.
and it's embossed. And I bought this one, and I have it in the garage. And if you're a good boy, I'm not going to buy you the robe, but I mean, I might buy you this if you're nice to me. But I highly recommend this one. I found it on eBay,
Hmm.
and it was like I think it's going for like 40 something bucks or something, which is pretty standard
Pretty
pricing.
affordable. Yeah.
But it was like it had some good girth. Weight.
Mm?
We'll just call
Wait.
it weight. We'll just call it weight. And it just had some good weight to it. But I mean, I fell in love with the sign and I bought it. And I was just like, it's one of those things that I liked when I saw it. You
Hmm.
can find it through eBay. And then the other thing was a thing that I couldn't kind of live without was this big old sucker was a
Ah.
Datsun lighted sign, and it is big. It doesn't look like it's big, but this sucker is wide, and they make them for both the Nismo and the Datsun logos. And I found that through eBay. It cost me at the time like a bill 20.
Okay.
And it came. It was professionally well done, well lit. It wasn't like some garbage Chinese stuff,
Hmm.
and that was available through eBay. And I'd recommend that too. So if you've got somebody in your life and you're looking for around the price point, about 40, 50 bucks, first sign. If you got
Yeah.
somebody in your life and they were nice to you this year, and maybe they gave you, I don't know, a kidney,
Yeah.
This Datsun sign is maybe where you want to party at. That's the Nismo.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess
Yes.
it went up a little bit, 168,
Right.
um, but yeah,
I,
I've got both these, and I recommend them. I normally wouldn't give just
uh,
a shout out to anything, but as
mhm.
far as these stuff, but this is actually a good sign.
It's
It looks the part. It's not genuine
mhm.
Datsun or Nissan stuff, but it fools a lot of people that step into my garage.
Yeah, it's a nice touch, man. I mean, it's illuminated. I mean, the price is. I mean, again, you can when you consider the size that it is, it's not pretty good price.
Yeah,
You've got the Datsun and the
yeah,
Nissan, so you have your choices, honestly.
yeah. They do. I mean, some of these are newer, and then they do other manufacturers. But I saw the Nismo sign, the original Nissan hamburger, and then the Datsun logo. I bought the Datsun logo one. That's the one
Okay.
I have in the garage, and I like it. I could see me getting the other ones, but considering you try to buy the Nissan signs that are like $400 to $600, it's like at a fraction, and it still does the part, still takes up the
Mhm,
space, and it looks good. So just throwing it out there. If you got that person in your life and you want something cool in the shop,
mhm.
so throwing it out there.
Nice, nice, man. While we're on the topic of eBay, I did have something that for anybody who's looking for an actual uh, gift for a fellow enthusiast, that
Mhm.
not only is a nice thought, but it is. I mean, I think no matter what it is, it has a rarity. When you start thinking of vintage Nissan things in general, I mean, you're looking at things that it's not like you're going to Amazon. You're actually putting some thought and doing some searching. I think that's part of what makes some of these gifts so nice when you think about it. But yeah, if you go to eBay, just type in Nissan vintage, and you'll find some pretty cool things at various prices, huge ranges. So really, you get to kind of pick and choose whatever you like to do. Um, I have it up here right now. So, I mean, you've got
You
these
don't
vintage
say.
Nissan hats. What do
Oh,
you got?
like
What do you
this
got?
Nissan? Yeah,
Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
that's exactly what I got. And it's funny. It's almost that hat right there. It was $100.
Yep.
I got this sucker right here.
See what I
20.
mean?
I think I bought it at like $22. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So
And the cool part about these is that a lot of for example, the shirts and the hats is that they could have been promotional for a particular race that Nissan was sponsoring, like in the 80s or 90s, so long ago. It just depends on who, and this offering, it just always changes. It just depends on what's up there.
yeah.
Um, you've got pins, keychains, collectibles, and some of these things really are probably as old as as old as you or me, Miles. Honestly, and I think vintage is a thing when you look at fashion. Even
Yeah,
look at this. Yeah,
I will say this: like when you're hunting for somebody, like, and they're a true hardcore Datsun Nissan enthusiast, and you're
yeah,
trying to hunt for them, you can always do the whole buy them Hot Wheels or buy them blah blah blah. But a hardcore enthusiast sometimes wants some of this kind of stuff, like
yeah,
the hardcore stuff to find.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just saying, like stuff like that. I mean, stuff like that's just kind of cool to have if you'll rock it. So I
yeah.
don't know. Just my 2 cents.
This is a classic example right here, though. You've got a what they're calling Nissan car factory plant varsity style jacket, blue. You're getting someone who essentially worked at at one of these Nissan factories, received a promotional jacket. Maybe there was some sort of milestone within the company, and it's
Yeah,
pretty common that yeah, the employees will receive some sort of trinket or gift. In this case, a jacket. Well, years and years later, well, maybe there's not a need to have it anymore, and they want to pass it on to a fellow enthusiast. Boom, you're getting a limited edition jacket, and and you can find things that are local too. I mean, we found a lot of things that related to
yeah.
Texas or
I've
San
been an
Antonio and Nissan.
eBay undercutter. I wouldn't say undercutter, but like I've been an eBay sniper for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I will say that like my search functions are usually like Nissan employee,
Yeah.
Nissan plants,
Ah,
Nissan. You don't go. You can go a little like Nissan Datsun Infinity Vintage and find some pretty cool stuff. But
yeah.
yeah, you just type in like Nissan or Datsun Rare and then change it to clothing or whatever else you want. But there's a lot of like really weird stuff in there or like vintage lots, and you'll just get like some guys trying to get rid of like 9 of his old Nissan shirts that he has, and you're
Hmm.
like, yoink, I'll take that. And I've bought in coveralls like that. I have like a couple like actually plant coveralls that say Nissan on the back. One of them has a Nissan diesel, and it's like my prized possession. It's actually my favorite pair. Those are like the new stuff, but like
This is the new stuff, though. But you're right, vintage, vintage
yeah,
esque, but it is not
yeah,
indeed. It
exactly.
is not
Go
actually vintage.
down. Yeah, there's like a diesel one that's like it comes up every once in a while. That's where the baller's at. So anyway,
Racing
I don't
team
know. The
technician
old
cover.
Nissan Motorsport stuff. That's pretty
Huh.
cool if you can find that old stuff from the '90s and stuff. So anyway, but we won't. But my point is, there is eBay stuff out there if you get enough advance. I mean, you're at the time now where you got enough time to buy this stuff now, get it in before that, and that'll
Yeah,
blow their mind. Or some of the
yeah.
stuff that we mentioned. Just best of luck looking out there for your Nissan enthusiast that's in your life. But yeah, I hope we try to cover as much weird, random, oddball stuff that we
Mhm.
could for this episode.
I got one more, and then we'll go ahead and
Ooh,
put the kibosh on it, man. Got one more.
books,
It was pretty cool.
magazines.
Yes. So I was actually again part of the search. It really got my attention. I'm actually very, very interested in it. There is a recent book that has just been released related to the Nissan GTR,
No,
and this book it's plentiful. You can find it online, including Amazon. Pretty good price, $25
that's new. I
as
haven't
a
seen that one.
paperback. We're talking a book called Cult of GTR.
Hmm.
And it says here that this is a story of the people. Of course, they're talking about at the time when the R32 Skyline GTR, R33, R34 were still less younger than 25 years old, and that was really a time where when if you wanted to import some of these cars into the U.S., either very you did it in illegitimate ways according to the federal government, and so you're essentially smuggling this car into the states. And essentially this book is an accounting, a true story, they're saying, of crime, obsession, and one of the world's most coveted cars. These are the people that wanted the GTR regardless, and essentially people who invaded authorities, tangled with regulators, and navigated the sticky web of federal importing laws to sneak their favorite car into the country. So again, this book, Cult of GTR, Frank K. Zumalin is the
Ryan
author.
K. Zumalin.
Is that it, Ryan? What did I say?
Here's Frank. Ryan.
Did I say
That's good.
Frank? Ryan
That's okay.
K.
He
Zumalin.
goes by he goes by Frank in the
That's his nickname.
streets.
I know him on a personal basis. His friend, yeah, he's a cool guy. No, yeah, right. This seems like a really cool book, though. If for the GTR lover in your
It's a
life,
good
this might be one
price.
of the
Twenty
books
four
that you
ninety
want to.
nine. That's not
Oh
bad.
yeah, and it's on Amazon, so you can get it in Prime. I think. How cool? How convenient is that?
Yeah,
That's
it'll
pretty
be
cool.
here 10 minutes after you order it. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah,
fast. So
you see what I mean? So
that's cool.
it's a pretty cool thing, man. Yeah. So that wraps up the gift guide of the show. And we hope that we've given you something that you can kind of consider and potentially buy for yourself or for a fellow enthusiast. A lot of Z clubs around the country are having the white elephant special. When they do the holiday dinners, the holiday
Yeah,
club meets. Hey, this might be a gift idea for that. So
yeah.